Tonight we're going to cover a multitude of topics. I'm going to get to the two Knicks games and currently got the Rangers game on the side. But tonight also I'm going to talk about podcasters and people knowing their worth. I feel like it's an important conversation to have. But I want to have some fun. I want to joke around. I want to show you some crazy clips. I want to talk about my Knicks. I want to do that all. Welcome to the pod. I'll see you guys in a second. Let me drop the intro.
You feel that now? I feel like Rocky in this one, baby. Let's go. Alright, check it. Blast from the past, back from the future. So if I pull the trigger in the past, you know you and your future. I'm still hustling, still hugging the block. The referee to the shit, I'm still calling them shots. I can't be stopped, that's what I told you. I'm living my life like a box of Crayolas. I'm cutting up white, smoking that green. Purple color pens, I'm still making this cream. I'm so sick, check my throat quick. My wrist light up a room like a handful of glow sticks. I'm like spoiled milk, the kids gone bad. Then it's the menace, my pen touches the pad. Niggas is mad, but the ladies is glad. Yo, they rubbing up against me like this nigga is rad. Fucking two divas, drinking on sangria.
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the greatest podcast ever created. Welcome to the best place to be. Welcome to the podcast for all sports conversations that take place in bars, barbershops, cooler waters, all those conversations that happen everywhere, and all these arguments on sports, they're happening here on the Rick A. Show. The three-time Land Podcast, award-winning podcast. I'm your host, Rick Yarrow, the greatest podcaster of all time. Now, I'm very excited. We're currently live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Instagram. So today's episode, I want to talk about my New York Knicks. Obviously, the Rangers are currently playing. I'm sorry. I meant to have this up. So Rangers are up 3-2 in the second period with 6 minutes and 32 seconds to go. So super excited about that. So let's get into it. So Knicks, we wanted that smoke. We won the 50th game. We ended up locking up with Philadelphia. Everybody else, in the soft NBA that it is nowadays, was worried about seeding, was worried about who they're playing next. This is my issue with the entire NBA and the way it is now, right? There really is no rhyme or reason to playing hard and winning games during the season. All these NBA players are soft. No, that's number one. The fact that players lose games on purpose for seeding purposes in the playoffs, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, one. Two, JJ Redick and Carmelo Anthony were talking about this on Carmelo and Mero's podcast. How teams purposely lose games at the end of the season for seeding purposes. If you're worried about first round matchups and you're worried about seeding in the playoffs, then why are you even competing to be in a playoff spot? You play to win the game, basically. That's kind of like, excuse me while I adjust myself. That's, it's not the NBA I grew up on. You play. Jordan played 82 games for most of his career. He never sat out. There's no such thing as load management, and he played in a much more physical league. This NBA they're a joke. The NBA players nowadays are highly paid. Like I said, the league minimum I think is $1.2 million for a player. Tobias Harris is making around $40 million, and Tobias Harris is a bum. You could call him up, tell him I said he's a bum. Tobias Harris is legit a bum. Um, so I don't know why uh he gets paid so much. And I'm guessing it's because the way the league is set up. But Tobias Harris is a big time bum. He makes $40 million. He's not worth that because Jalen Brunson, who's a much better player than him, gets paid left. First thing. Second thing. What's up, Jay Black? I see I got a couple people tuned in on Instagram. He's correct. AI played with several injuries, right? Um, you played 82 fucking games. So the Knicks, they didn't care. It wasn't about we want all that smoke or we play to win, bro. If you play in a game and you're that far into the season and you're playing like strategy and you're losing games on purpose, fuck out of here with that. You play to win the fucking game. Now, if you win and you just happen to get like a really tough first round matchup, so what? That's what you're supposed to do. I actually wanted the Miami matchup, not because it would have been easier for us, but because I feel like playoff time. Shout out to Juan Bago because we're having a conversation and he brought this up. Come playoff time, you gotta face your demons. Jordan did it against Detroit. LeBron did it. Everybody goes through the Warriors everybody goes through that. That one team that blocks you and you finally beat them and you finally get over the hump. So I wanted Miami for that purpose. Like I wanted to get over that Miami hump. I was tired of hearing Miami this, Miami that, whatever. What's going on? So that's why I wanted the Miami game. That's the first thing. Second thing, all these people come out, Charles Barkley, Shaq, everybody's like, oh, the New York Knicks, uh, Philadelphia's definitely gonna win that series. They're definitely gonna win that series. Philadelphia, we play Miami one game. We're gonna win that game at home, and then we got the Knicks. Easy schedule. We're gonna beat the Knicks. We're gonna beat the Knicks. So that already pissed me off. And then Draymond Green goes on and he's like, "Yeah, Philly got the easy matchup. Philly's gonna beat New York." Okay, I get that they got Joel Embiid. I get that it's a tougher matchup for us. I get that all those things, right? But just to straight say that we're gonna lose the series before even game one is played is wild to me. Wild, because you guys don't know what New York is made of. You guys don't know what I mean, Charles Barkley and Shaq played in the Garden, so they know how it gets come playoff time. They brought the animal out of all the Knicks, right? So game one comes on. First quarter was pretty rough. I kept saying to myself, "Hey, if we go down at a halftime and it's at a reasonable number, like let's say 6-8, around 6-8, we're down by 6-8 points at halftime, we'll be good because Knicks are a second half team." So I'm watching the game, and all I'm seeing is my guys being resilient, fighting, being gritty. Everything New York is, the Knicks displayed it on that court. Um, Josh Hart, like, come on, man. Like, my favorite Nick growing up was John Starks, right? John Starks, Oak, that team, that was my squad. To see Josh Hart play the way he plays, it just like brings tears to my eyes. That man gives everything on the floor. Jalen was struggling. Deuce picked it up. We had a couple players that played better. It was a tightly contested game. Then our bench came in and they lifted us up. Uh, I didn't think, Philly was like, we should have won game one. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, the fuck you didn't. No, the fuck you shouldn't. First of all, your two best players made 60 some points. Our best player wasn't even going. And we still beat y'all. We still beat y'all. Okay. So game one was ours. We out hustled them, out played them, out rebound them. We took the fight to Philly. Philly came out quicker than us. I was a little worried. They came out quicker than us, but we took the fight to them and we took control of that game. Right. So I'm happy, I'm going around the weekend, all smiles and stuff. Then my Rangers won the following day. Yeah, by the way, that's perfect for me. I get to watch my Knicks, then I watch my Rangers. I can watch my Knicks, and I watch my Rangers. Perfect, perfect. I hope it stays like that. I know there's a day where they play on the same day. I'm not looking forward to that. But I hope it stays like that. So I think that that's great. Now, game two last night. I'm be honest with you all. I was nervous the entire game. Again, reasonable number. If we down, we down, but we can't be down by too much at halftime. That's the way I view it. If we're at striking distance at halftime, then we're doing something right. So I'm viewing the game and I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, this it don't look like a typical game. I mean, we were still sticking around. People were contributing. The thing with the Knicks, man, is not just one player. This is what gets me upset. We're not one player. We're multiple. We're super deep. Everybody on that team wants to contribute. Everybody on that team is unselfish. They're looking for the open man. They're moving the ball around. They're grabbing down rebounds. They're fighting. They're clawing. That's what I love about the Knicks. That's why I love the way they play like a 90s NBA basketball team. That's exactly why I love the New York Knicks. So I'm watching the game. I'm a little nervous because I don't see us going on a nice stretch. We didn't lead till like I think it was late in the third, and throughout the whole game, I'm like questioning Tibbs, like, "Yo, Tibbs, come on, man, put the bench in, give the bench a little burn, let them crawl a little into the game, chew up that lead a little, try to get us close." I think Tibbs should have told Jalen drive the ball, drive and dish more in that game because his shot wasn't going, and it's not going because he's missing. It's going because guys are defending him really tight, size getting on his face, in his chest, and rushing him to shoot. Which is a good tactic. Cool. All right, you guys are gonna do that. There's ways to combat that. I think Jalen should now like in that game, he should have facilitated, drove the ball more, faked the shot, looked to see for the open man. And I honestly want to see more Bogdanovich and DiVincenzo running together at the same time on the floor, giving Jalen two options on the outside that can knock down shots. And whenever they tempt Josh and they give him that space, let Josh take that shot. Um, that's just how I was feeling throughout the whole game. I'm like, man, then I'm watching the game with my wife. This is the first time I watch a playoff game with my wife, a playoff basketball game with my wife. She was just watching the game, enjoying it, saying little comments like, "Oh my god, this guy's pretty good," or that guy's pretty that guy's pretty, that guy's pretty tall. Man, she's talking about Embiid and Maxi. Like Maxi was pretty fast driving to the basket. And I'm looking at her like, shh, don't curse my Knicks. Don't curse my Knicks. Don't curse my Knicks. And when we took the lead, she was like, "Oh, okay, they're fighting. That's good." Then it happened. We lost the lead. They came back. They were up by 5, 6 with 40 seconds left. I was like, "This game is over." I swear to God, like this game is over. I had switched the channel. It was like a minute left. I had switched the channel. I was like, I can't watch this. I really was like torn up inside, and my chest started to hurt. I think I was getting like a fever or a cold or something, and it kind of felt like I was dying inside. Like it hurt, like my heart hurts watching us lose. So then I put the channel back on because thank God there was nothing good to watch. I was like, I just put the game on. Let me see what's going to happen. Jalen gets that bounce to go in. First of all, Jalen's shot was off all game long. That was a little bit of luck, right? Thank God that shot went in, right? Then they cough up the ball because we play defense. When you're playing basketball and you're down by several points and they got to inbound the ball, what you got to do is you got nothing to lose. Put the pressure on them. Play them really tight. Make them get nervous to cough up the ball. They coughed up the ball, regardless of what this last 2 minute report says. They coughed up the ball because if this was in Philly, it would be the same thing. The last 2 minutes would be a lot of Knicks complaining about fouls and stuff like that. So we're Madison Square Garden. You guys couldn't involve the ball properly because even the pass to Maxi, he couldn't control it. Like I gotta watch it over again. But I know the ball ends up back in the air. Then he chases it down. And Josh finally picks it up. What'd you think about the no call foul? I like that. I like that. It reminded me of the '90s. No blood, no foul, bro. No blood, no foul. So then Hart picks up the ball, dishes it out. DiVincenzo misses the first shot. Now I could tell DiVincenzo wasn't set properly for that shot because I think he kind of rushed it. He pushed it. And this is the playoffs. This is the NBA playoffs. Like, I don't want ticky tack fouls determining games. I was okay with the no call. And if it happens in Philly, I'm not going to complain if we don't get calls. That's just how the game is supposed to be. This is the playoffs. Let the players play. Anyways, Nick Nurse was talking about he was trying to call timeout. He never actually called timeout. He looked like he was about to do a signal for it, but he never did it. So Hartenstein gets the rebound. Insane. Insane. And my heart's like already pumping out my chest, like, oh my God. Because when Jalen's three went in, I was like, oh snap. They only up by, I think it was by two. They only up by two. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, they were up by two. Oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God. My wife was like, she stood up. She was standing on the couch. My wife was standing on the couch. This woman does not stand on furniture. And she was looking like, oh my God. Then DiVincenzo missed the shot. Hartenstein gets the ball. I don't know how he got it out to OG. I swear to God, like there was just so many bodies in front. He got it out to OG. OG quickly distributed the ball, and then that double bang. My boy Devo, that was just I've never. That's probably like I would say the Larry Johnson 4 point play, T Mac scoring. I think it was 13 points in 30 seconds. Like it was just that type of atmosphere. It's just the ending of that game. I'll never forget it. And then at the end of the game, you know, we got Nick Nurse complaining about no calls. They didn't hear his timeout. He got to run on the court, bitching and moaning. Then we got Embiid. First of all, this is completely like I don't respect Embiid ever. I don't think I'll ever respect him. He's in the locker room, face down, like this, playing with his hair. We should have won the first two games. We should have won the first two games. It doesn't matter. We're gonna win the series. I mean, he wasn't crying like that, but if I was that reporter, I'd be like, "Yo, dude, look at me in my face. I'm asking you a question. Like I'm interviewing you. Why you got your head down? What kind of professional are you?" So he lost all respect for me. I really like Tyrese Maxey. So let me give Philly their flowers. They do play faster. And I do like Tyrese Maxey. I think he is a lot quicker than our players. I think he gets to the basket a lot quicker. I think he has just crisper 3 point shot. When he made that three from like 30 feet away, I was like, Jesus Christ, this kid could play. Um, very impressed with Tyrese Maxey. I'm gonna give Phillies their flowers. Like it is a tough series. This is what I want to see. I want to see a tough series. Now the goal is because everybody's like, "Yo, Rick, we Eastern Conference Finals, baby. We going. This is the year. This is what we're gonna do it this year." I'm like, "Yo, calm down, relax, man. I've been watching the Knicks for 30 something years. Calm down. This is the problem with us, man. We win one game and we think we in people started posting one win, 15 more to go after the first game. I'm like, yo, relax, calm down. First of all, let's take it one game at a time. Let's enjoy that one game. Let's enjoy that one game. Then we enjoy the next game. Then we enjoy the next game. Then we enjoy the next game. Right? Wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't that be more logical? So I'm only worried about Thursday. I know we got 2 wins. I know there's 14 more to go to win an NBA championship, and an NBA championship is the goal, right? Yes, that's on my mind. But what's on my mind is Thursday. Like the championship is back there. We'll wait. When talk to me when we at 13 wins, then I'll be like, oh, we close, we close. So I need the Knicks to be focused one game at a time, play that one game with the same desperation they played yesterday's game, which that was I will never forget that in my entire life. I will never forget that. I mean, every Knick fan that was watching yesterday was like, "Holy shit, that was crazy." So I want them to play with that urgency. I want them to continue to. I feel like Tibbs needs to open up the rotation just a little bit. Um, you know, maybe give Bogdanovich a little bit more minutes. I think Bogdanovich is ready. Like it took him a while to get into game shape because when he came from Detroit, we know he was not like in game shape and his shot was crispy. So, but I think he's ready, and I would love to see him and DiVincenzo on the floor together. Oh my god! And then Philly's Philly's game plan is to go at Jalen. All right, go at Jalen, but you're leaving Bogdanovich and DiVincenzo wide open for a three, wide open. So I really think there's a few things. And Tibbs also, I think he needs to do the substitution. I want to see it like with more urgency. I think sometimes like we go down by 10, by 12. That's the time that like take a timeout, maybe make one switch. Tinker with the lineup a little bit. Tibbs is an NBA coach. I'm not telling him how to coach the team, but I feel like that's what we're missing. Like if we're a little stagnant and they're adding to their lead, pull someone out, put someone in, and try to inject energy into that lineup. I really love how Mitch has been playing. I feel like Mitch locks down Embiid, although I don't think we need to lock him down that much because that man is hurt, clearly hurt, not mobile, can't really do much. He'll put up 30 points. That's crazy that I'm saying the man is hurt. He can't really move, but he's still dropping 30. But it's facts. But we'll see how this goes in Philly. It's gonna be super hostile. Philly fans are probably second to us as far as passionate fans and in all sports. Their hockey team, their football team, their basketball team. They are like us, except they take it to an extreme, like throwing batteries at players. Like, what's up, bro? Throwing batteries at players? That's how we doing? All right, cool. That's what's cool in the streets. I don't know, man. But it's gonna be a hostile environment in there. Fans are going to be loud. We just got to be nasty. We got to take the crowd out of it immediately. Last 2 games, we gotten off to a slow start. I think if we get off to a faster start, put points on the board real quick, we'll kind of calm down the fans. Once we calm down the fans, we could control the tempo, control the pace, play our game. And if they do take a lead on us, like again, try to keep it under 8 points at halftime, man, make those adjustments. I feel like we'll be okay. I feel like we'll be in every single game because every single player on the Knicks contributes, plays hard, and is next man up with us. And we're only rotating, I think, 7, 8 guys right now, and our bench is even deeper than that. So I'm really happy where we're at. I want to take it a game at a time. If we do win a championship this year, I'm just putting this out there. I am getting a Knicks tattoo. If we win a championship this year, I'm 39 years old. I've been watching the Knicks. I'll say this is the early 90s. I'll probably say 91, 92. That was probably the first season I really watched basketball. 30 years ago, I was watching the Knicks play the Houston Rockets for the NBA Finals. I was watching my man John Starks give Houston the fucking business that series. OJ, split screen. My man OJ was being chased in his Bronco, and then that kind of like killed everything for us. So I feel like there's a curse of OJ over the Knicks. OJ passed away. Rest in peace to the Juice. Both the Knicks and the Rangers in the playoffs, very similar to how it was in '94. It's 2024. It's exactly 30 years later. So these are just some of the thoughts that are going through my mind. But one game at a time. Yo, Jerry, what's up, Jerry? Jerry, where you at, man? Should I send you the link? Could you come on? We talk Knicks for a second. Little Mets, but mostly Knicks. Oh man, let me see. Let me copy this real quick. So yeah, just what an exciting time to be alive. What an exciting time. My Knicks, man. Oh my God, my Knicks, man. My Knicks. For 30, I'm gonna say 20, 23, 24 years, I like suffered heartache, like real heartache, like that once in a lifetime, that one that got away type of heartache. That's what I felt with the Knicks. I've always want to see them win. Like I seen the Giants go to three Super Bowls, win two of them. I've seen the Mets go to the World Series twice, although they lost. I've seen the Yankees win. I've seen the Rangers win a Stanley Cup in 1994. Um, but the Knicks, the New York Knicks are New York. This is what everybody. I think this city will go crazy. Like they might as well give everybody a week off if the Knicks win. Let me see if I have Jerry's email here. El Modifoga. Oh, I do. Jerry, I just sent it to you. Yeah, man. I'm really Jason. What's up, Jason? I should send Jason the link too and put Jason on too. Jason, are you in the studio or something? But I really, really. By the way, Jason, I saw that you're a Dan Grassa guy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No likey, Dan Grassa. No likey. If you guys want to tune into a really good show, radio show, and you're driving early in the morning, tune in to um my guy Jason. He's up here. Tune in to DPHO and Rothenberg. Probably one of the best shows. Way better than Michael K. Michael K's show is not that great. They got that phony Peter Rosenberg up there. But let me stop. Let me stop. Yeah, DPHO and Rothenberg. That's my show right there. Um, they pretty good. But I don't like it when Dan Grassa goes on. If you guys don't know who Dan Grassa is, trust me, believe me, you guys ain't missing out on anything. Yo, Jerry and Jason, I sent that to you guys. Um, I didn't say I was a Grassa guy. I just took a picture of him and Rosenberg. You got a picture with Rosenberg too, man? Nah, we need to talk about ethics, Jason. Ethics, moral. The name of this episode is No. Oh, Don LaGreca. I like Don. I've met Don LaGreca. I got an autograph and a photo with Don LaGreca. Don LaGreca I like. And Michael K is very knowledgeable in baseball, but I prefer Rothenberg and DiPietro. I find them more funny. I think Ray Santiago and uh, RJ Santillo are probably the best at production. That show is all around great. Don is cool. Dante from Clerks was there. Oh, really? Dante from Clerks. Clerks is a great movie. Classic. Classic movie. You guys could join in on the conversation. You could ask questions. You could, if you're watching me on Instagram, I have to watch it live at the same time as I'm recording. But you guys can ask questions. I'm reading the comments. Some of the comments I'm getting to. Some of them I'm not able to. Oh, let me see. What's this? RJ's a great guy. Trying to work with him soon. I know that's right. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. If you don't know my boy Jason Enriquez, he has a show. It's called First Class, Second Place. Uh, very good podcast, and I recently went on his sports pod. It's called Yo BTV Sports. Um, I had a great time with Hugo and Jason. I feel like maybe I should be the third co-host on that pod because Jason's a Jets fan. I'm a Giants fan. Hugo's a Cowboys fan, right? Hugo and Jason are Yankee fans, but I'm a Mets fan, so that kind of that creates content that creates everything. Um, Jason's a Knicks fan like me. I think Hugo's a Knicks fan too, right, Jay? Um, what was the other team? It was Knicks, Mets. It was football, Knicks. Yeah, yeah. So I think I covered them all. I don't know about the hockey. Ron King. Wait, Jason? Are you talking to me or are you talking to someone else that's on the live? He's a Rockets fan. Yeah, so I really love the energy right now. I'm in euphoria. My Knicks have won two playoff games right now. I'm only worried about Thursday. Not worried about game 4, 5, 6. I'm not saying Knicks in five, Knicks in four. I'm not doing any of that. All I'm saying is Thursday. That's it. And if we win this series, we'll talk about the next series. But how do you guys feel about the Knicks win? How do you guys feel about the Knicks? How you guys feel about the city? Tune in, drop a comment, let me know. Jason, I'm down. Yeah, send me an email. I think the first week of July, I'm kind of committed to something, but I would love to go on a pod anytime. Let me know. Just let me know. Lou, what's up? I would love to go on the pod. Just give me a date and I'll show up. Honestly, honestly. So here's my thing. I said it earlier. I'm gonna say it again. If the Knicks go to the NBA Finals or win a championship, because I'm not thinking that far ahead. I'm just saying it now. If they do, it'll be around the time I turn 40. So I will get a New York Knicks tattoo if and when they win. Not beforehand, like some of these crazy fans do. Knicks tattoo. Jay Black, you getting a tattoo with me? Knicks win the title. Let me quickly check in on the Rangers. Rangers. Wherever they do great tattoo work at, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. I already have one that I have to do anyways, so I'm trying to find a good artist to sketch something out for me. But wherever they do great tattoos, that's where I'm going to get my tattoo. So Rangers lead 4-2, end of the second period, going into the third. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yo, if the Rangers, nah, I probably do. Lou wants to know where in the body because he wants to get exotic. I'll probably get a tattoo. I vote ankles. What am I? Yo, a tattoo on the ankle is crazy. The Knicks logo on the ankle? Oh, that would be crazy. The collarbone? Nah, I probably do inside the right here. What do you call this area of the body? I don't even know. Like the forearm, inside the forearm. I'll do that one. A Knicks tattoo on the ankle would be crazy. If the Knicks and Rangers win, I'm taking the week off from work. I'm going to both parades. Oh, you said get a chest tattoo like Rihanna? Oh, I'm down. A Knicks chest tattoo right in the middle? Oh shit, Jerry got the suit on? Nope.
I'm dressed up for you today, baby.
Oh my god,
I
ladies
came
and
to talk.
gentlemen.
I
Jerry
came to
Diaz,
talk
ladies and gentlemen.
business. I came to talk business, and I comb my hair too. Look at this shit. It's all for you, bro. It's all for you. What up, Rick?
What's up, Jerry?
It's
Welcome
been
to the
way too
show.
long, brother. Yeah, thank you.
Man,
Thank you
man,
for having me on, brother.
my man. Jerry, you went and threw on a three-piece suit? That's
I was
crazy.
like, yo, I'm gonna go on air right now. Let me do this officially. Cam and Mace ain't gonna have shit on me when I'm talking my shit. Pause.
Oh shit.
What's up? We
Yo.
feeling good? We got a 2-0
Oh,
lead.
I was just talking about are you thinking like too far ahead or I'm doing one day at a time. Bro is in the
I,
boardroom.
I feel the fuck I forgot the fancy water. Anyway, I was gonna say, yeah, let me get
The
two
Voss.
Perriers. Two Perriers, thank you. Um no, I feel I'm actually at work. You know how I do. I'm always at work. The sneaky job. Nah, bro. See, like my thing is, first of all, I think people are like, I love that everybody's sleeping. All the
And hating.
pundits hating. All the well, I mean, we know the Knicks
Barkley,
hate
Shaq,
everybody.
Draymond. Why Draymond
Draymond
hate?
Green,
Why
Draymond
Draymond
Green,
hate us so much, man? Yeah,
Barkley. We
Philly
already
winning
knew.
game two. Philly winning game two.
Yeah, listen, Barkley, we already knew. Since he spit on that kid at the Garden, he's never liked the Knicks. All right, because he's the only superstar that came here and didn't drop 40. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody else comes here and does their thing. Barkley never came here and did anything, so we know why he don't whatever. So I never trust him. But everybody else is just hating, man. I just feel like they're hating, and no matter what the Knicks do, they continue to hate. You
I
know,
think I think it is a good thing, first of all, because
it's great. It's great.
I know for a fact Brunson listens and takes all of that in and just I know my man gotta have like a little hit list or something.
I think this is why this city loves this team so much. It's
Mm-hmm.
because they're encompassing what the city really fucking is. You know what I
hundred
mean?
percent.
Hard workers, underrated. Oh yeah, it's all right, and then
Like
like
getting the
gritty.
shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like even our A1 superstar, because he is an A1 superstar. You don't drop 40 for a month and not be a superstar. Excuse me, and everybody has
Mhm.
to butt their way up, and he's there. But
It's more
you got
impressive that he's under six feet and he still does what he does.
do you understand what I'm saying? He's doing what he's doing, and it's all the thing about this team is it's the same. I'm having flashbacks of the '90s teams, right? Because
I
you
was
haven't,
just saying that for 30
yeah,
minutes.
I heard you a little bit. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I heard it. I'm gonna bring it back. But well, there's a couple of things, right? One,
Mhm.
this is a team defensive minded team. Like it starts at defense, which is a bedrock of those '90s teams
Mhm.
because to be completely honest, we were limited, very limited offensively, and not as talented offense. Like our
Mhm.
best player was Patrick Ewing at that time, and I love Patrick. He's like one of my favorite Knicks, but there's only so much he can do athletically,
Yeah.
and actually it was a big man's game then, so we were okay. But now I feel not only do we have players that are like defensive minded, but they're buckets,
They
man.
can
These
shoot.
guys are walking buckets.
They can
Big
shoot.
Ragu, Anobi, Hart is a dude. Again, it's the attitude of the team. Hart, Brunson, these are guys that you're not gonna be like, oh, these are
Enzo,
not the first guys that come to your mind.
Bogdanovich,
You know what
Deuce.
I'm
Deuce.
saying? These guys are dogs, bro. They're
Mhm.
dogs. So it's giving me flashbacks of the '90s. A defensive team. Rangers. Rangers are in the playoffs, playing well,
Mhm.
and there's a death around OJ. So
Yeah.
it's all
I
'90s.
literally like Jerry. 30 years ago, I
30,
remember John Starks
30.
smoking the Rockets.
Absolutely. And
Like,
let's not forget that block shot. People want to talk about the 3 for 27, whatever, the 3 for 19. Let's not forget, it took Hakeem Olajuwon stepping out of the box and blocking that three that would have probably gone in game
Going
6
in.
when John Starks was on fire.
John
On
Starks
fire.
was giving them the business that whole
Come on,
series.
man. Come on, man.
So
And listen,
I
you got to
called
ride
it
or
the
die.
OJ curse.
Yeah,
And
you got to ride or die. You got to ride or die with your
for
guys.
me
And if
right
Starks
now,
got you there, yeah, if Starks got us there. We had to ride with him. That's how
mhm.
I feel a little bit. I mean, once it was like 3 for 13, it got a little rough to watch. But
But
like you still
Starks
shooting. But I still like the
is
confidence of like you still putting it up. Look at Brunson yesterday.
he's still
Terrible game.
shooting. He's still shooting.
The only three he hit was that one in the end in the
And
whole game,
that bounce, oh my God, that
bro.
got
So now we're getting into teams of destiny. Now we're getting into teams of like, wait, everything's kind of clicking and forming. And the one thing that that this Knicks team has that I'm gonna say separates them from the pack of everyone else is that they're a team of fundamentals, right?
mhm.
So they're not gonna beat you, shooting 83s. They're not gonna dominate you in the paint. They're just gonna we're gonna out rebound you. We're gonna grab every rebound that we can. We're gonna play defense. We're gonna every play is on. 48 minutes we're gonna play.
Tight defense.
48 minutes. 48 minutes we're gonna play defense.
Mhm.
And they
Block shots.
the other part of it is even on offense, they're so sound fundamentally. Like we're seeing a little bit of the, you
I,
know,
I was talking
what's
about. I don't want to cut you off, but
no, no,
I think that we need to. If Brunson starts to have a terrible game, not a terrible game because he still dropped 20 both games, but
he's still doing it,
his
right?
shooting was not where it normally is. But if he starts to do that, one of the things I want to see is I want to see Bogdanovich and DiVincenzo on the floor at the same
At the
time
same time, yeah. Two
because
wings on the both wings.
I
Although let
feel
me
like
tell you something. Let me
they're
tell you
gonna be throwing
something.
bodies at Brunson because that's their whole thing. But
All I
that's gonna
know
open up
is
the offense.
there's not a better shooter in the wing than Anunoby either.
Hmm.
In those wings, you got one on one side, one on the other, and I listen. And the
I
one
gotta
thing
thank
that's
Pago though. I was really upset about that trade because I
which one
was
the
Barrett, the
oh
OG trade.
yeah no right I
Pago
remember I
was
was listening
Pago
I was
was hitting
listening
me up. He was like, "Yo, Rick, don't worry about it. I
yeah
think this is gonna be a good move for us. It's
yeah
gonna give us more opportunity." I was
yeah
like, "Yeah, but we lost quickly, dog. Like that's
that
where we
I
getting
think
those
that's
points
what
from."
hurt I think that's what hurt us the most. All of us that know the game, we know
Hmm.
what quickly could become
Hmm.
and what he was doing here, but
And I think we needed to give RJ more time. I feel because in that draft class right now,
yeah,
RJ's the one that's been on the
kind of the
floor the
most
most.
consistent, right? Well,
Yeah.
my thing is also I think Brunson, it was going to be too much, right? Because you want him to develop into maybe a more of an overall player, right? Offensively,
Mhm.
you want him to score, you want to do this stuff.
Two-way
Where I
player,
think the
kind of like
Knicks,
PG.
right? The Knicks just need role players, like
Yeah.
and Anobi's not going to want to go. He's not going to try to drive on every run. Every time he gets the ball to try to shoot it. The
Yeah, but he's
same
gonna
thing
lock
with
down every guy.
exactly. He's thinking about defense. He's thinking about other things. So he makes up for all the stuff that Barrett lacked,
Hmm.
right? So when we saw that, once we went on that run, then we only lost 2 games. Then we saw, oh, wait a
Then like,
minute,
oh, wait.
it's the system, right? So,
Yeah.
and I look a
And
guy
then we
like,
got Bogdanovich, which I still feel we have not.
oh, but you
We
saw it in the last game. My
yeah.
man came in and it's like I'm gonna touch the ball. I'm chucking.
Like,
But
and
that's his
I
role.
think he's just getting
Right.
going in our system now.
So here's the irony of this whole thing, right? Because I'm not big on Randall. I wasn't big on Randall. I haven't been big on
I've
Randall.
never have,
To be
but I
fair,
give him respect because he's
he's been in no listen, and he's done what he's supposed to do. He's come here. He's been an all-star. He's put up numbers. There was that one season he was damn near triple or doubling all the time. Like he was doing his thing. All right, but the problem is when you now on a team like, and again, they were figuring it out because they were winning together. But when
Mhm.
Brunson kind of like developed into the player that he is now,
Oh my
which
god,
has
he
been the
flourished.
last 2 months, you have one guy with the ball. If you have a guy like Randall here, that's another plot. That's another spot where the ball stops, right? And unlike Brunson knows how to make the. That's the crazy. Like, I'm gonna get back to Brunson in a second.
Court vision.
But Randall, even though Randall had his moments, he's thinking about getting his points up. Like he's an offensive minded guy, and that's his job. That's what he's
Yeah.
supposed to do. Now, I do think the Knicks have such an even amount of chance without him through the playoffs. But
Mhm.
ironically, the one series where he really would have made a difference is this one in the Sixers. Uh,
Do you think so? I don't think
absolutely.
so. I think the
And
ball stops.
especially
I think
no,
the
I know the
ball
ball stops, but
the
did you
ball stops
see?
a lot more. I think he gets doubled. I think it does create a shot for Vincenzo or somebody on the outside,
Absolutely, this for
and I
their
think it
overall
takes up
game.
too
But
much of the shot clock.
well, that's what I'm saying. He is a ball stopper, like as I was saying.
Mhm.
But I think in this series, there's just no matchup for him on the other team. And you see that there's spells where the Knicks just don't know what to do offensively because they're
Mhm.
kind of hampering Brunson, right?
Yeah,
They're taking
but
away his
that's where you
left.
go to the Devo Bogdanovich convo
No,
too.
and they have been, and they have been. And this because that's the thing. Let's like you. These guys are stepping off offensively for what Randall will be providing, and the
Yeah.
ball doesn't stop with them. They just, they're shooters. But the thing with Brunson is, and the way that this system is set up, it's if you like, we want you to double team Brunson.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying about a fundamental thing. Like in Golden State, Steph had to do running around, get screens, get to open
Hmm.
spots, do all of that other shit. In other systems, other players have other things. Durant, same thing. Here, it's like what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We want you to game plan against this because our game plan is whatever your game plan is gonna be. So
Yeah.
if you come and double Brunson, he's always gonna kick it out.
Get out.
And if you don't, he's gonna burn you inside. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Unless you find somebody to defend them properly, which the Sixers have. Now, why I say there's no answer is because with Embiid being hurt, like
Mhm.
their big man, and they have no who else is on that team that could have guarded Randall right now.
I think they would put Batum on Randall.
But then you leave
And
Brunson open. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. In this
yeah,
series, he would have made a difference.
but Maxi has been defending. I think Batum and Maxi have done a good job on Brunson.
They
I think
have, but I think
Maxi plays him really tight, and Batum has the size, and that's
Batum
what.
has been handcuffing him. Like Batum,
Yeah.
like you saw it in that fourth quarter. Like Brunson couldn't do anything.
Mhm.
He just couldn't do nothing. And hats off to them. Hats off to Nick Nurse. Hella coaching job over there
Fuck
doing what
that.
they're doing. But I will tell you this,
I don't
man.
like people who cry. Oh, we didn't get the timeouts.
We
We
didn't
didn't
get
get
the
the
that was
timeouts.
some
We didn't
bullshit because my man is doing all these acrobatics. Like, is it
get...
maybe? I don't.
You know, he became a spectator at that moment, and he forgot that he was watching a
Absolutely.
fucking basketball game.
The
You should have
mo
immediately called the timeout.
You don't
Immediately
inbound that
signaled for
shit. You don't inbound that ball.
it.
You
Mhm.
do not inbound that
You
ball. You
call the
call a
timeout.
timeout
You
and you
move
get
it
it at
forward.
half court.
Yes.
And we're not even coaches, bro. We know this shit, and we not coaches.
No, he's like, oh, the ref clearly saw me, but I was like, dude, I don't care. And in the last 2 minutes of NBA playoffs, I want to see a physical game. I do not want to see too many calls. I do
No,
want to. If it's a foul, it has to be a foul. Now the D'Angelo Russell foul where he got smacked in the head, that's a
that we
foul.
saw that. Yeah, we saw that clearly. Now
I was,
you have to think about it. Like there was right before those plays where they're saying that they fouled Maxi, Brunson, and after that, Hartenstein on that rebound ended up on the fucking floor.
and he
No
was
foul call,
yeah.
right? No foul call.
What about
They were all
OG?
over the place. Yeah, I mean, listen, I
OG
just
catching it and immediately
come on, man.
knowing where to go.
Where to go? And this kid, man, big ragu, the big ragu. I mean, the kid is buckets. First of all, did you see him go at Embiid with the left yesterday? Like drove
Mhm.
right on him. Like you ain't nothing. But we do have to talk about Embiid a little bit. What the
I,
hell's going on with him? With his, you heard the thing with his eye? He can't. He has like
wait,
one
what?
eye fucked up. They're saying he might have like some facial paralysis thing going on with him because they've caught him on camera a couple of times. Like he can't blink an eye. And then yesterday at the press conference, he had his head down and wasn't
Yeah, that's
making eye contact with reporters. Right.
I
So
found that awkward. And then he's bitching and complaining. Yeah, we're gonna win this series.
yeah.
We
And I
should have
also
won the
found it
first
awkward.
game.
I also found it awkward. Every time the Knicks were making a run and it looked like they were going to take the game back over, he was back on the sidelines getting his, like, he would go, oh, come my knee, come and rub my knee, please. The comeback is here. But when, But then all of a sudden, when they're, oh no, I'm here,
Well, who
and
told them to throw a ball off the glass and try to dunk it
come
and
on,
land on one
man.
leg? First of all,
And
any
also,
NBA player, like
you
you
can't
land
talk.
on both legs. First of all, you don't be doing.
You're not a guard.
He was hammering us that
You're
first
not a
quarter.
guard. You're not a guard. You're not a guard. And on top of that, you want to talk about officiating. You had two reverse calls in that fourth quarter that went against the Knicks.
Hmm.
One was a foul that wasn't whatever. There was two or three calls that got reversed there towards the end. Even a foul.
Even
There was a
Chenzo one involved even Chenzo. I'm trying to remember which
right.
one it was, and they reversed it.
I know it was like three calls. One of them did go it didn't go to the Knicks. It was instead of free throws, they did a jump ball. Right?
Yeah,
That was the only one. And then there was two more where it was like there had been a foul call, he challenged it and he won the challenge. And there was two challenges or some shit like that.
the
So
Cal Lowry. I think it was DiVincenzo and Cal Lowry that were, and Cal Lowry, by the
right.
way. That dude be getting me tight all game long. Like every
But
time
he's
he's in the
kind of
game, I'm
washed.
like,
He
yo,
kind
you
of
gotta
washed. He
know
kind of
where he's
washed.
at.
But he kind of washed. I like though now he picks his spots, man. He picks his spots to turn it on. Like you're just like true veteran.
He knows
Uh
he's like, yo, I got a
yeah,
solid 20 minutes.
yeah,
Let me
yeah,
save mine. But you gotta watch if you got the ball and Kyle's on the floor, please keep an eye on that man
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um but I just hate him. You know, he was with
But I
Miami, he was with Toronto, he always does it to
hate
us.
that fucking guy, especially in Toronto, and especially in Miami.
But you're
Um,
mentioning addition by subtraction, right?
yes,
That's basically what happened with OG.
correct.
I feel there's two guys that I would love to have on the Knicks.
Okay.
I would love to have Bridges from Brooklyn. Now I
Yeah,
know that might not happen, but I feel like if we bring him in, he's already played with our guys. They already
it's
know.
a culture thing with them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and they all play together. So
And I want Phoenix to really lose because I'm not interested in Durant.
okay, you want Book?
But Book, who does not want to be the guy on a
Ah,
team,
true.
would fit in beautifully with us. I think
Mm.
that's the problem with Booker. Booker Black, thank you for tuning in, my brother. Uh, I think Booker needs a guy next to him that is the main guy, and I
Now,
think Durant is the same way. So them together doesn't make any sense.
I will tell you this. I will say this though, and I know he's up there in age now, Durant.
I don't want KD. Don't even don't.
But no,
No,
no, no. But no. This is what I'm going to tell you though. He comes to this team. First of all, we don't need him to be Kevin Durant. We just need you to spot up and do jump shots. That's it.
mhm,
And he's one of the meanest in the league.
and be a
He
decoy.
still got it. He
That's
still
fine.
got it. Like if he didn't have it, I'd be like, yo, whatever. But I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
be
he's
mad if he
soft
got it.
like baby shit. He's soft like
That's all
I don't.
right.
He's not a New York guy, man. Who
That's all
was it
right.
that
But he is after the legacy, though. I think he is
Tracy
after the
Morgan
legacy.
said LeBron can't even play in New York?
LeBron.
Tracy
Yeah.
Morgan was like, "Yo, this is New York. This is
Yeah.
where we had
Yeah.
the Ghostbusters. Stay Puff was walking down the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
LeBron, not everybody can play here. LeBron
And I
can't play
get
here."
everybody pregnant. I get everybody pregnant
I
with
mean,
five cheese lasagna.
he was just
Um,
joking, but
yeah.
there's truth to that.
I mean, look. At
It
the end of
takes
the
a
day,
certain
too,
caliber player.
it's what you want. It's
The guys
listen. I
that
mean,
thrive in New York are guys that are
but Durant kind of said something the other day that kind of made sense. He said New York wasn't a sexy place to come to. The brand is always there. He knows the fans are always there. I mean, even Gilbert Arenas said something recently. He said the reason why people don't come to play here is because of the fans. He says because the fans are pretty tough, right? Like if you start sucking right away, they're
they
gonna boo
soft.
you, and not everybody can take that, right? You gotta
They
be built
soft.
tough. Yeah, you gotta be built tough. You gotta be built tough. But
Melo, the only dude that could have played here, and
I
I'm mad that I can't see him play on this team
oh what? Just spot up
because
shooting. We don't need you to do nothing else. We just
and Melo's a bully. So
yo.
if he needs to drive the lane and be a bully in the lane, he would.
I know all I know is again the team how it is right now. It has an identity,
Hmm.
and it's really now we just taking applications for roles. We're not looking for superstars. What do you do? You rebound? All right, come over here.
Cool.
Offensive rebound? Okay, okay, you can play with it. Because honestly, like you got to have guys like that they don't care about.
I
Like
don't
a
want
guy like
Smart.
a guy like
I
a
agree with
guy
you.
like a guy like Hart is dropping 22 by accident. Do you
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you look at the stat sheet, you're like, yo, Hart had 22. Like,
Hmm.
I'm not
With
surprised
like
about the rebounds
15
because we see him
rebounds.
on every rebound. Right. We see he's a 15, 13 rebound guy. This is not new for him now. But the
No.
scoring? Really? How? Where? You know what I
You know
mean?
how? When a player gets on the floor and their first intention is just to play defense and play
Just play
hard,
defense. That's
the,
it.
the points come to you. Let me
Follow
bring
up.
Jason Enrique onto the show from first class, second place, Yo BTV Sports. My man Jason, welcome to the pod. This is Jerry. Jerry's got his own Men on Pause podcast.
Hey.
I know.
Nice.
I'm very nice to meet you, man. I'm actually very familiar with the Men on Pause podcast. I've caught a couple
Oh,
episodes, so good stuff, bro.
thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm humbled. I'm very familiar. I've had way too many friends be on your podcast, so I've definitely listened to yours.
Well,
Everybody I know, they're like,
it's a
oh yeah, yeah,
small
yeah.
world,
So
man.
Yeah.
yes,
It's a
sir.
small
Yes,
world,
sir.
bro.
Yes, sir.
So Jason, what is your so me and Jerry we just went on a tangent, but what is your feeling on how this run has been so far? What did you expect? And are you of the mindset, now everybody's saying Boston, New York, Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not there. I'm not there. Just give me one game at a time. That's all I want. How do you see this, Jason? Ooh,
Hold
Capitals
on. Repeat that
scored a
last part because
goal.
you were kind of going in and out.
Rangers 4-3. 7
Mm.
minutes left. Come on, Rangers, pull this out.
Epic collapse by the Islanders, by the way,
Hold
the
on
other
a
day.
sec.
Jesus.
The Islanders is not going
Ugh.
nowhere.
You guys can hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
hear you. Can you hear us?
I can barely hear you guys.
You can barely hear us. Damn.
Oh, I can
Jerry,
hear you. I can hear you now.
do you hear
I,
Jason's voice?
I can
How
hear Jason's
fantastic it
voice.
is?
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah, me
guys,
and
I,
Jason.
I I can do a podcast with both of your voices. I could make pretend that I'm both of you guys, just so you know that. I've been
Yeah.
practicing.
You
So
have?
just so you, yeah.
Give me
Yeah. What do you think about the Knicks this year?
that
Are they
kind of
gonna
sounds like
win?
Kermit the Frog.
That's you though. That's you. And then Jason has a very professional voice. He's very here.
Jason's I could do Jason. Jason's
Because
welcome to first class, second
he's got
place.
that locutor voice.
Yeah.
He's got
Welcome to
that thing.
welcome to first class, second place. My name is Jason Enriquez. Welcome to Bravery Studios.
My 2 a.m. crew. I need
Yep.
y'all to be with
At my
me.
2 a.m. crew. That's right. Damn, I didn't know I sound like Kermit the Frog like that.
Well, I didn't roll without listening to you too much because
Mhm.
I got put on the spot, but it's around there. It's not too
Jason's
far
coming
off.
back. Jason, can you hear us now?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Hey,
I
nah,
think
you
that was
good.
my internet.
So,
It's all good.
Jason, before we start, me and Jerry, we were trying to Jerry was doing a voiceover of us too. I don't think he nailed your voice kind of like I did. So I'm gonna give it to you right now so you can hear it. I'm gonna do a little. Welcome to First Class, Second Place. My name is Jason Enriquez. Welcome to the podcast. With me today is Jerry Diaz. Am I
You sound
close?
like Mr. T, bro. You sound that's
Yeah.
it's
All right,
more here. It's more here.
ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to First Class. Uh,
Ladies,
our guest
ladies and
today
gentlemen.
is Ricky. Yeah, yeah. I was telling him you have that locutor voice. You have that locutor voice, like you need to be on radio. Like you need to hear you. That
I
kind.
really want Jason. He's doing voiceover, and I think he's so perfect for that. Like, I told him like it was actually Bago sent me a clip of me and Jason next to
Yeah,
each other. Oh, he fell off again.
he fell off again.
And he's like, "Yo, you and Jason, if y'all do a ASMR pod together, that's money right there."
Yo, that's
I'm
hilarious.
still mad you said I sound like Kermit the Frog.
I didn't say you sound like Kermit the Frog. You said you sound like Kermit the
Yeah,
Frog.
because
I'm
of your
telling.
impression of me, I was like,
I
damn.
didn't. No, Kermit the Frog is up here. You know, Kermit. You're more Ray
Again,
Romano. You're more Ray Romano. You know what I'm saying? That's you're like in there. I didn't say Kermit the Frog. You say Kermit the Frog.
What
it
about me?
sounded like Curry when you first did it. Jason, can we let's get your take on the Knicks? Finally, let's see if it works. He's dropping off. I'm sorry about that, brother.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's all good, bro. I think it's me. Well, first and foremost, I'm just having fun, bro. Yesterday, I was excited to watch the game, not only for the game itself, but seeing John Starks and Melo and all the other young
Spreewell.
fellas.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Spreewell, yeah. Oh my God. And, you know, the thing is that I feel like I've seen this movie so many times, like a Scorsese or a Tarantino movie. I know how it ends, where they, Maxi
we don't. I don't
scores
want
and
to
then
hear it.
afterwards they got the lead.
Let me live in your story for a minute. It's like you telling people a day at a time. Let me enjoy it. Let me enjoy it. Let me enjoy the
You know,
episode.
you know why I'm not doing it one day at a time, bro. All right, because I was there in the '90s. We lived through all of that. Then we had the '99 season, and then we had the Mellow team that did all of that. I wasn't a believer in all of that shit because there was no fundamentals, not like the ones in the '94. And that's what I'm saying with this team now. And just look at the stat sheet. Everybody talking about the Sixers. What's our record against the Sixers this year? 4-1. Why are we underdogs? You understand?
Because
I get it. They're not your typical 7 seed, but
we
we
don't have
earned
Joel
the
Embiid.
second seed. Right, but we
Nope.
earned the second seed. Nobody gave it to us. And
We should have won the two
But does it,
games.
but
We're gonna win the
but
series.
does it have to do with does it have to do with the fact that that Julius Randle was out for the season? That's why we're
uh,
underdogs.
Well,
I
Jerry
I
made a
don't.
great point that I didn't think about it like this. When Randall went down, addition by subtraction, it more shots became available, and
Yep.
that accelerated Jalen's growth by a
And
lot.
Dante and
And
Dante
Dante
and
Yeah.
Dante
and everybody
specifically
else on the
Dante,
team.
Basically,
but
Yeah.
specifically
basically we have
Dante.
Villanova back.
Yeah. No, and Dante was dropping 30, 20 something, 30 a game. On certain games where Brunson was okay or we needed that second guy, who was there? Double D.
I'm
Right.
completely okay with playing an entire NBA season without Julius Randle and the current team that we
Me
have as
too.
constructed.
But Jason, I was saying that ironically, the one series that the Knicks would have needed him for, because there's no answer for him on the other side, would have been this one with the Sixers. I think. It would have been an
Yeah.
extra body to fill up in the middle. But look, Celtics, not afraid of the Celtics. I'm sorry. They got two ass
Really?
whippings this year.
Okay.
They got
Okay.
some ass whippings this year, and we gave a couple of them. Okay,
Mhm.
that's number one. Matter of fact, when you give an ass whipping by 40 points to the best team in the league,
Yeah, but
Denver.
they're gonna say it was the end of the year. They didn't
Of
have
course,
nothing
no.
to
They
play
always say they always
for.
come with the yo. It's playoffs. It's different. It's all of that. You know what I
Yeah.
seen from the Celtics? I seen playoff Tatum. You know what? That's not a good Tatum. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's not a good Tatum.
Interesting. Interesting.
Okay,
But what about
because
Porzingis?
what happened?
No, no, I've seen way too much
What
of
about
him. I don't think. I think KP gets. I don't want to wish injury on anybody, but I think KP gets hurt somewhere along this playoff series. That's just his
But you
history.
don't think that he's motivated to go against the Knicks, the guys that brought him into the league and basically just threw him away as he feels like they disrespected him with the whole Phil Jackson
We
nonsense.
didn't disrespect. He wanted out. He
Actually,
requested the
yeah, no,
trade.
I didn't
he
no I'm not saying that we disrespected him. I'm saying that
Mhm.
he feels disrespected. That's two different things. Because we know that
um
he's a little sensitive ass bitch.
he is, but I don't think he's disrespected because he also knows, like he didn't have like good media when he left. Like all the shit that was
Mhm.
going on behind the scenes with him and his brother came
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
So if that hadn't come out, he could have maybe used that as a narrative. But up to this point, he was a wash. So I think he just it is what it
I
is. At
think
least
he
he's winning
still
over there
is
in
a
Boston.
watch. I don't. I don't. I think he's him and Embiid have to follow the same regimen. They have to play certain games, conserve their energy, kind of like what Kyle Lowry does.
Right.
Not do too much and pick their spots.
I'm
And they'll
just
never be a full time
No.
NBA player.
and
Well,
I
what
think.
else?
Go ahead. Sorry, Jason.
No, I was just gonna say that what I like what the Knicks have been able to do is make adjustments because Nick
Right.
Nurse, who's actually a pretty defensive coach, he knew how to contain Brunson. I mean, in game one,
See,
Brunson missed like
told
18
you.
shotok or something like
Yeah.
that,
He's
and
he
so
and
they
in
took him
game
out of
two
the
too.
equation.
Yeah.
Game two too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, game two too. He didn't play very well, but that means that Thibodeau was able to make the adjustments and make the and call the right plays and so on and so
Mhm.
forth. And Josh Hart was actually looking, he
Well,
was
that's
balling, and then
that's
after
crazy that Nurse is betting on wins or loss on really on Hart. He's like, fuck it. If we're gonna lose, this is the guy that we're gonna lose to.
We're gonna give him
You
the space.
understand?
yeah,
Oof, that's
yeah,
crazy.
I know exactly where you're coming from.
That's
Well, I
crazy.
mean, listen, it's I think that maybe he's just realizing now that this is an uphill battle. Maybe they underestimated the Knicks besides Jalen
Next
Brunson.
Absolutely.
man up with the Knicks. So all
And
right.
also
Yep, that's the mentality.
another thing that's really crucial about playoffs and like you want to go in hot.
Playoffs,
Like you want to
playoffs.
go you want to go in playing well. You understand?
Yeah.
And like you want to be
Yeah,
going on the way up. And that's all the Knicks have been doing since, like on the way towards the playoffs, getting together like, yo, how are we going to play without Randall? And I think they kind of figured it out,
yeah,
moving
I
forward, how are we
also
going to do this without Randall?
yeah.
I
By the way,
also
Monty says hi. He wanted to join us.
Hey, that's a cute dog.
I also think that because on the roommates podcast with Jalen and Hart,
Yeah.
uh Tracy Morgan asked him, "Are you guys locked in already?" This is before game one. And Jalen looked at him and he was like, "Oh yeah." And he was like, "Really? Don't get locked in too early." He's like, "No, no, 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 no." Like he's at a certain point. And I think that in game three, if he sees he's still getting the same type of result, I think he's gonna switch to the
He's
well,
going to
you know
adjust.
what? I'm just gonna run the floor. I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna kick. And he's gonna open up the offensive game because pretty soon they're gonna be like, all right, Jalen's killing us with the passes now.
Yeah.
Let's clamp down whoever it is that's killing us on the
And
outside.
think about this also, this guy, no matter like what does he have to do to get respect in the league to be
I
feared?
don't think he'll ever be respected.
But that's
And
what I'm no, I
I'm glad
mean,
guys like Kendrick. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm glad guys like Kendrick Perkins exist
right.
because
No,
Perkins
but
the
I
only
think but
guy
no, but check this out though. If he wins and he wins here,
legend
that's worth like 4 championships of LeBron's. You understand
anyway.
what I'm saying? You won in New York. Like
Yeah.
if he comes and he wins here, and the
Tracy
thing is the
Morgan
guy,
called him Joe Namath if he wins.
yo, what I'm saying is he's dropping 40 a night, double teams. The teams know what you're gonna do. Like he's and I love it
Undersized.
because he's not getting the respect, and that's the chip that he has on his shoulder that's
Mhm.
propelling this team. Because it's like nobody is like, oh yeah, the Knicks are okay. You heard what Paul Pierce said about the Knicks?
No, I don't listen to Paul Pierce,
No,
but you could
I
give
don't.
me
No, because I
you could give
hate
me
Paul
more reason
Pierce.
to hate him.
I hate Paul Pierce, but this really, he said the
Yeah,
Knicks are like an IG model. They look really good in
Wow.
IG, but when you see them in person, you're like, oh, this is it?
This guys.
And Garnett was giving him shit for that. Garnett was like, bro, you crazy. You're crazy. He's like, nah, they're like an IG model. So just keep that in mind. I'm keeping track of everybody talking that shit, especially
No,
Draymond. Oh, they're gonna
100%.
win game two. They're gonna win game two.
Draymond, I got Draymond on the list. I got Barkley on the list. I got Shaq on the list. I got
Mm-mm.
several people because every day. So I follow Big Nick Energy. Shout out to
Me
them.
too. Me too.
Every
They
day
post
they post
everybody.
something just to get me going. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
talking about what? Okay,
I don't
I
know. I
can't
don't know if
wait.
you guys agree with me. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I'm sorry. I know that he's one of the greatest Knicks fans ever, but his fandom annoys the hell out of me, Stephen A. Smith. Like I do not.
Because it's
Oh, I don't
fake.
want him
Can
in
we
the
can
building.
we excommunicate him from our fandom because I feel like he's an embarrassment whether we win or lose.
I I I don't. I feel like sometimes when I watch him on First Take and he's talking about the Knicks, I feel like he's pretending. I feel like he's kind of
Mm-hmm.
trying to act.
Listen, you have to be
Like, I don't feel
pretending.
like it's authentic.
No, you let me put it to I'm gonna tell you why it's not authentic. We don't do sport. Our job is not to do sports on ESPN. We don't get paid for that shit, right?
Yeah,
But we know who's on rosters, who's on teams, especially our team.
schematics.
And when you're talking about a guy whose job is to do that, and he's talking about Grimes has been looking good lately, what the fuck are you talking about? That you lost all credibility as a Knicks fan with me when you said that shit. Let me tell you. Big ass forehead. Let me tell you.
I mean, but that's what he does.
Listen.
He's out there, Jerry. You know, the business is clickbaits, and he's
Of
out there to
course.
create that. And
But
he
he ain't no
says
New York
while the
Knicks
people
fan.
still
We'll
can.
trade him. Let's trade him. Let's trade him.
I'd rather. Why don't we get Tracy on the mic more? Tracy Morgan on the Spike earned his stripes. I mean, Spike's a
Spike
little
is
aggressive. He activated Reggie. I wasn't too crazy about that. Like,
Yeah, and also, let's not forget that Stephen A. Smith lost my respect as a fan when he likes to dub himself as the mayor of Miami.
uh
I think he's a closeted Heat. I think he's a closeted Heat fan. In all honesty,
uh,
because when the
I,
mayor of Miami is here, Stephen
my
A.
my
Smith.
my whole beef with him is when he comments on other sports like baseball,
stop. Stop.
football,
Right.
and
Stop.
the
Just
worst of
stop.
all is when he does MMA. So when I saw Stephen A. Smith commenting on MMA, I was like, "Oh my god, this is ESPN.
It's
Don't
just
make me throw up."
it's just you not everything is for everybody, bro. Not everything is
It's
for
not
everybody.
every
Right,
guy.
And they
and
try
That's
to
why
also
have
you
him.
got your
and
He
also
was
let's
trying to
not
talk
forget,
basketball
anime that
analyst.
day.
You
Yeah,
have
yeah,
your
yeah.
football analyst.
and let's not
ESPN. You could have
and
went
let's
out.
not
You
forget.
call ESPN. Call me. I'll be your MMA analyst. I know
Right, right.
about chokes. I know about holds. I know
Yeah.
fighters. I know fighters' weaknesses. I'll go up there and I'll explain. I'll break down fights. I'll call me. I got you. You know.
Right, and
I
let's
rather
not forget.
let me know.
Yeah, and let's not forget, Stephen A. Smith said that he grew up a Steelers fan, but he always has to put out there that I'm a native New Yorker and I'm New York through
Yeah.
and through. Well, then why do you say that you're a Steelers fan, but you
Steelers,
say you love the Giants and so on and so
because
forth?
he's really
So your
and
fault.
he was in Philly. He was the
The
one who followed
Eagles.
He
Iverson's
was
career
the
in
beat
Philly. He
writer
wasn't even
for
here in New
AI.
York.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was never here
So
in New York. So
I don't know, Stephen A. Smith. We don't believe you. You need more people.
yeah, Stephanie. Yes, Stephanie. We call him
Stephanie.
Stephanie on my show.
Now, Jerry,
So
are
I
you a Giants
wanna
fan?
What's up?
Are you a Giants fan?
Yes,
Jerry and me
All right.
share every single team.
we share. But I
The
will.
exact same.
But to be fair, I've slowed down on my football love. Like I've taken a step back
Well,
since
we're not
the.
gonna
Okay,
be
so
good for another 6 years, so it's
Well,
okay.
no, like when I stopped, like really, because it was like the whole Kaepernick shit, that whole stuff. Like it wasn't the
oh, you
Kaepernick
one of
stuff,
those.
but no, I'm not. It wasn't the Kaepernick stuff. It was the shit around the Kaepernick stuff
Okay.
because it's
Right,
not
right.
Kaepernick. It was the shit around Kaepernick stuff, and all that. And I just like, and also like it's a little barbaric, and I don't like how they don't take care of their, their older athletes and stuff.
I agree. I agree.
There's all other stuff, but I don't take anybody's love away from the game. Like if you can still, you still love it. But if you ask me what's my team, I'm a Giants fan, true and true. I was there for all the Super Bowls. I'm like, you know what I
Jerry's
mean,
also a
like,
Mets fan, if you wanted to know,
and
like
I'm
we
also
are.
a Mets fan. Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
because I like to
yeah.
All right.
suffer a little bit.
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
listen, I'm a Jets fan, so I'm a masochist at heart.
Oh
So,
shit! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's all right. No, don't
I'm sorry.
apologize. I did it to myself, okay?
he actually
This is
chose.
this
The
is
He had
Jets.
self-inflicted.
he gave me
And
the
listen,
story.
Jets is not like the Jets to me aren't like the Yankees or the Nets. Like
No way.
I've
No way.
supported the
They don't
Jets.
even
No,
have their
I've
own
like supported
stadium.
the Jets. Yeah, I've supported
I
the Jets.
like
Like
the Rex Ryan years because I
the
like
I
Rex. I love Rex Ryan.
I'm a
I
little bit.
like him
I'm a,
when he was talking his
he
shit.
was good. Yeah, I'm a little bit partial to the Jim Parcell years with Curtis
Bill
Martin and
Parcells,
Testaverde. Bill Parcells, sorry,
yeah.
with
Testaverde.
Testaverde and
Benny
Curtis
Testaverde and
Martin. Yeah, and Wayne
Wayne Corbett.
Corbett. Yeah, that
Wayne
was that,
Corbett.
like I
Talk
followed
about
that team. Yeah,
a hard nosed football player. He's New York through and through. That dude
Right.
was
And also,
undersized slot receiver. He used to get
yeah.
concussions all the time, no
By
matter
the way,
what. Play
Rick,
hard.
the studio that I do the podcast out of, Bravery Studios, is in
Bravery
Garfield, New
Studios.
Jersey. And
Yeah.
you know who's from Garfield as well, right? Wayne
Who?
Corbett.
Wayne Corbett. So you got to have him on.
Oh man, there's nothing more that I would love than to have him. I've already listen. I've already had Joe Beningo on my show. I've had Jay
Mm.
Bromley on the show.
that's dope.
There's no reason why we can't get Wayne Corbett on. I'm pretty sure that Joe knows
Marv got a
somebody.
connection to him somehow.
Yeah,
There's a line
I'm
there.
well, not just that, but I know that Shit, I'll even try to get Tiki Barber on the show because Joe Benigno knows him for
No.
a long
Tiki
time.
Bar
And
is dead to me.
Hold on, let me ask you something. Who was
yeah,
that famous the white linebacker that you just had in the 80s?
Marty
Um,
Lyons.
he had the crazy last name.
And his
Oh,
son
Mark
played
Gastineau.
too.
Gastineau.
Gastineau.
Gastineau. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mark Gastineau. I repoed his car.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Oh,
you thought it was
actually, actually, I just remembered one person that we're working on getting on the show, and it's looking like it's heading in the right direction.
yeah.
Willie Colon,
Really? Oh, the
former
football player.
Steeler,
He
former
went to
Jet.
Cardinal Hayes. I
Yeah,
thought you meant the
not
musician
not
first.
the singer, not the
Not,
singer.
not the singer.
That tells my age. I was like, oh shit, Willie
Not
Colon.
the salsa. Not the salsa creator. No.
Yeah, Willie Colon went to Cardinal Hayes. Actually, one of my good friends that went to school with me went to Cardinal Hayes with Willie Colon, and him and Willie are they really close. They're really tight. So,
Oh,
um,
nice.
let me know if that doesn't work out. I could call David.
All right, but yo,
Connections.
now you got me bugging out because you got me bugging out now because now if I ever see Gastineau, if I ever talk to him, I'll be like, so you ever had your car repoed?
Listen, I used to work for a repo place in Jersey in my early 20s. Yeah, and I repoed some
Okay.
and I repoed some cars that people were like, "Yo, nah, it's my accountant, it's not me." Like they were completely embarrassed about stuff. Not
It's
him.
like
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
straight up like he was going through some. He did go through some, some
football
drug
players,
stuff and
man. They
shit.
don't get that
Yeah.
money like that. It's not
Nah,
guaranteed.
nah.
So if you get cut, that money you won't be able to make that. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, I
More
repoed
than-
like old Giant players. Like they made a play like 1 or 2 years with the Giants, a
Yeah.
receiver, a safety, something, and then I gotta go
Yeah.
get your car back. I gotta get you making no payments on it.
All right, Jerry. Let me know. I can't go to Jersey with you. I don't want. I'm not trying to catch no strays.
Nah, that was a
By the
long
way,
time
Jerry,
ago. Yeah.
I just followed. I already followed your podcast page, but I just followed you page
Oh
on
yeah,
Instagram
I
now.
follow right back. Yeah, I thought I was following you already. My bad. There we go.
So
Okay.
Well, I
I
think you
want
were
to thank you
following my.
both
I think
for
you were following
hopping
my
on this
podcast page.
Tuesday. We're doing the Ricky Show live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 live streaming. I will have guests. I will be recording episodes at the studio. I just like the live interaction with the audience. I like the questions. I love that. I feel like when I
Fact.
went back to just recording in person, I kind of lost a little bit of that. And now that I'm doing sports and comedy, which I could do, I could do a Tuesday comedy show, I could do a Thursday sports. So
Yo,
it's a
talk to me,
really
baby.
good it's a really good way to juggle it. So I'm really happy that I'm back on the air, and I'm back to
Right.
doing this live. So we'll see you guys on Thursday. Let me check that Rangers game real quick.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Can I plug some real quick?
yep, Rangers won.
Nice.
Go ahead, Jason.
I'm a Devils fan, unfortunately. Let me plug it real quick.
Christ, man, I'm gonna take you off the show right now.
Hey, at the end of the day, Rick, we know who won that voiceover battle.
Hey, facts,
Wow,
facts, facts. I'm gonna give
we
it
could
to.
do it again. We could do it again.
No, let's do a rematch. Let's do a rematch.
We could do it again.
All right.
Matter of fact,
But
May 9th,
anyway,
I'm going to the studio and I'm gonna be on first cast, second place. We gonna shoot some content. Who has the better? We'll go
let's
on a
do it.
live and we'll let the audience decide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you some scripts for y'all to read.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, go ahead,
Perfect.
Jason.
So, yeah. So tomorrow, live at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Bravely Network TV, Yobi TV Sports. So Hugo's not joining me tomorrow. He's actually working with the Harlem Wizards right now. So I'm going to be
Mm.
doing a solo show. But for anybody that wants to call in, I'm going to give
Yep.
you the number on live. I'm going to be solo,
Jason,
so
you didn't
we can
tell
talk
me. I
about
would have
anything.
drove out. I would have drove out to Jersey. I would have did one me and you.
I mean, the spot's still open if you want to come through.
He's like, yo, it's like,
What are you talking about? It's still there. Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Hello.
I'll text you in the morning and I'll let you know if I could do
All
it.
right, cool. So if you can,
Right.
if you want to come through, you're more than welcome. If not,
Mhm.
guys, call in the show. We'll take all your questions and so on and so forth. Looking
Mhm.
forward
Dope.
to it, man. So be tuning.
I
Cool.
love that show. I love it. It's live as well. Love Stevie. I love
Can
the
I
whole
plug
studio.
something?
Go ahead.
Um,
Oh, please do, Boggles. This is me now.
This is We Now. We're doing a
We
comedy
Now.
sketch show May 11th at the Pregones Theater in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
Tickets are I think we sold almost 100 tickets already, bro. It's that they're
Jesus
going fast. We might have to do another show. Might have to convince them. But for right now, it's just one show. But we're getting ready. This is We Now, the return of Juan Bago and Jay Ferns to the stage. I'm already on stage, so I don't need this shit. But
No.
I'm gonna help them out. It's gonna be
You
fun,
gonna
man.
carry the show.
We got some crazy shit. I'm cooking up some shit for that show. So it's gonna be fun, man. So please get your tickets and try to get there.
What date
It's
is
called
it?
This Is We Now. May 11th.
I'll plug it in.
Saturday, May
on the
11th.
story.
Yeah, Saturday, May
My
11th at the Pregones Theater. Holla at me. Yeah.
My birthday's May 3rd, so I thought it was gonna be on my birthday weekend. So.
We can still make
He's
it
like,
your
yo,
birthday.
it's my birthday, May 3rd. Y'all need to let me go in.
For free. Yo, Jason, we'll talk, bro. We'll talk, Jason. We'll talk.
Off camera.
Yeah, we'll
All
talk.
right, but Rick, thank you for having me on for a little bit, man. Always a pleasure
Yeah,
talking to
man.
you, brother.
Thank you.
Anytime.
And
I've been doing this often. Last week, I had a couple of people that randomly brought them in, and we just joined the discussion.
Shout out to
Let's
Bozo,
have
by
the
way.
conversations we have in barbershops, at work, in the water cooler about sports. All these arguments, bring it here. Let's settle it here. I'll see you guys on Thursday, 8:30, same time, same channel. And here's my outro.
You feel that now? I feel like Rocky in this one, baby. Let's go. Alright, check it. Blast from the past, back from the future. So if I pull the trigger in the past, you know you and your future. I'm still hustling, still hugging the block. The referee to the shit, I'm still calling them shots. I can't be stopped. That's what I told you. I'm living my life like a box of Crayolas. I'm cutting up white, smoking that green. Purple color pens, I'm still making this cream. I'm so sick, check my throat quick. My wrist light up a room like a handful of glow sticks. I'm like spoiled milk, the kids gone bad. Then it's the menace, my pen touches the pad. Niggas is mad, but the ladies is glad. Yo,